Hey folks, welcome to Opals NZ. I'm Tim, and today we've got a pretty fun cut actually. We're going to be cutting some Cooper Pedy crystal. So let's have a closer look. So these are today's pieces. There's 6 pieces in the parcel, and I've just chucked in a bonus piece here. So we'll have a look at these. So this is a Blacklighters parcel. It's my second parcel from the Blacklighters. My first one I cut a cat's eye gem out of. The first one didn't face as well as I was hoping, but I was still pretty happy with the outcome. But I'm hoping, and I have a hunch that this one's going to turn out a lot better in terms of the profitability for it. So anyway, 6 pieces, all up $700 for this, and about 30 carats. So sort of in the $20 per carat range. The smaller piece here is a nice little piece of crystal. That's 3 carats, a little blue-green. And these should all be pretty straightforward cuts. This here looks like a piece of shell material to me with some orange in it. So that'll probably cut a white opal, but probably quite a nice one. Potentially it could go more transparent and become a crystal. Now none of these look like much as they are, as I've mentioned, but that one there looks very nice from the side. Hopefully it has that same flash from the top. It's got a decent thickness to it, and it's almost, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking maybe a heart shape, because there's not going to be much wastage there. This piece here, this was 150 and that's 5 carat piece. That was probably one of the more expensive pieces. And I'm hoping that one turns out quite well. I'll probably get a gem, probably a 1 to 2 carat gem out of that, and maybe some smaller pointers, but we'll see. And this piece is a bit of a gamble. So this was $250 and 11 carats. So it could cut something really nice, but it does have sand in it. So yeah, that's a bit of a gamble, that one. And they threw in an extra little piece of shell material, and that's actually really nice. So I reckon that'll cut a little 1 carat crystal out of that. So yeah, really happy about that piece. And the extra bonus piece, I threw this in. I got this a long time ago through a different supplier. So this is not Blacklighters material, but I just sort of chuck this in. Paid $20 for it. It's a tiny little chip, but it's got really nice colour. So I thought I'd just chuck that in there. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump on the wheels and have a play. Alrighty, so I think we'll go for free bit first, see how that turns out. So I'm just on this 600 wheel, because this is all pretty lightweight work really. So it's a bit of shell material, and you can see it's got a bit of a curve to it. So I've been looking to face it from this direction here to work with the natural curvature of the stone. As far as which side to face it for brightness, in general I've found shell to be the same from both sides, but we'll check it out. Just a little bit of sand on the top here. These 2 stubborn bits of sand. There's just a little bit there and there, but I'm thinking just go for a little oval. Okay, finally got that sand out there pretty much. Have it, there's number one. Beautiful. Still a tiny bit of sand there, but that'll come out on the dot stick. Okay, next let's do this little freebie piece. So this is not from this parcel, it's just an extra bit I chucked in. Found it floating around in some of my cheap rough. So it's just one little bit of sand there. Apart from that, it's pretty much clean. I bought it as a rub for 20 bucks. So I'll just try and get that sand out. It's very thin, but I'll probably make it into a little cushion cup, I think, hopefully. And that sand is pretty much gone. Go. That is a little directional, but a little subtle, but very nice pattern. Not bad at all. That's two. Right, let's go for this piece. So it's facing really nice from the side. It's got a good thickness to it, and it looks like it could make a heart or a drop shape, but let's just get in there and see what happens. Just going to go straight. Actually, with this, which way to face it from? The bar is not exactly straight. You see there, see it sort of facing better than that way. I think they're probably pretty similar. So I think I'll take this side off. This looks a little thinner. It's thicker potch on this bottom, so I won't lose so much weight taking it from this side. Now I probably want to be careful here because there could be don't want to go through the good facing colour of the faces. It looks like it's going to face pretty well. It'll be a white opal, but quite a nice one. Go. It's actually quite nice. It's quite crystally actually. I'm going to go for a heart shape, I think.
Yeah, why not? Starting to second guess myself now. Okay, I'm going to do a heart, but I'll just put some markings on it to help me out a little bit. Okay, just a very simple marking there. So it's going to be quite a subtle little cleavage up the top there. Okay, so just do a very subtle one for now. Cool, it's pretty much ready for the dot stick. I just back a little bit of a cleaner. Alright, that's number 3, ready for the doppy. Right, which one next? Let's do this little piece. So this is the little 50 bucker piece. Now this actually has a bit of dark potch on the back. So looking at that colour, face it from this direction. Nice easy cuts today. Just when I thought it would be an easy cut. Looks like the colour bar's on an angle. The potch shows quite high here. So I may end up coming in on this side where it's a bit milky. It's just so we've got some fairly bright green, and then we've got this potential red underneath. But I don't know if that red will face. You can see up here, it doesn't look like the red's really going to face. I'm just going to test on this sort of corner here. Rather than grinding that green off, it's almost gone. I think I want to keep that green on the top. It's a little bit, it just dips in a little bit there. If I try to round this side off to even that up, I'm going to lose that green colour. So I'd rather go down further here lose a bit of dome height, but hopefully keep the green. Cool, there we go. Still a little bit wonky, but it's going to be a nice little 1 carat, decent little stone. Alright, 4 down, powering through it. Now this bit, I have high hopes to get something really nice out of this section, this thicker section here. So let's have a go. I'm going to face it from this direction so you can see the colour coming through the skin. You can see it coming through there as well, but it's mossy. So I think looking at the edge, you can see it faces pretty well from both directions, but I think it's just a little bit better from this direction. So let's take the top off. So looking nice. It's quite a thin piece, but I think I'm going to have to cut it in half anyway. That's looking nice. It's mossy, but it's nice and bright. Some red in there. Let's keep going. And that colour's going to get better, hopefully. One spot of sand right in the middle. Let's try and get that sand out. Pretty much out. I reckon if I come in a little bit there, just go for the biggest stone I can get where that nice pattern is. I'm going to go for the biggest, brightest gem I can get. See that pattern. See there how the thickness is an issue. So I can still trim it off. I'm just going to take this corner off because it's just too thin there, and it's a little lesser colour in that corner anyway. So we'll just go for a nice drop shape.
Just slice that off now.
I could have just sliced that off, ground it off, but it's quite nice bright colour, so it make good inlay material. Yeah, now we've gotten rid of that. Still got a little bit of a dip there, which is a bit of a shame, but just shape this into something, maybe an oval actually. I'm not worried about taking a bit off that tip because it's a bit more floral up there. So I was just trying to get a more uniform pattern across the stone. Woo. Back looks nice. Absolutely beautiful. That is going to polish up spectacular. Okay, the penultimate piece. So this is a piece of shell. I really just want to see what's under there, but I'll whip around the edges first. Ugh. I was really hoping to see some colour there. Go. Starting to show some there. So this may face that way. Let's just take this down a little bit and see if there's anything there. Oh. What a mixed up piece. Yeah, look at that. There's that little bar. Looks like it comes all the way around. I'm going to try taking that off. Can't hurt. It's promising. Quite good. Oh, would you look at that? That's unexpected. That was not the way I thought it would face. That's shell for you. Goes in all crazy directions. Yeah, it's facing okay. Oh, actually, it's getting better. Yeah, that's not bad. Flagstone. Came out pretty nice. Now we're on to the last bit. So we'll just grab the torch and have a look. Right. So my camera memory had filled up, and that's why it kept stopping recording. So it would start recording, and then I would think it was recording and start grinding, and it would stop 5 seconds later. So lucky I picked up on that without going through too much of it. But anyway, let's have another quick look with the torch. So basically I'll just have a look with the light first. So that was the nice clean portion at the end there, and my gem was sort of sitting in this top section here. We had some bad potch there, and I brought the end in as well, which was all just potch and quite nasty matrixy potch as well. And there's still more to come off there. But you just have a quick look with a torch, see where these sand spots are still in it. Yeah, so that deeper one was the one I was concerned about. You can see these two over here are quite shallow. They'll come out all right, but that deeper one looks like it could interfere with my stone a little bit. So where are you? Yeah, it's in there. So my stone will be underneath that. So I might still get. I was hoping for 2 carats to be fair, and I reckon it's still looking like I could get that. So excuse my stomach. So yeah, anyway, let's continue and see what we get. So get rid of the rest of this nasty potch first. And then I'll start working on that sand. That end really doesn't need to be there. Okay, it's starting to look a bit better now. Right, it's not completely cleaned up, but I'll leave it at that for now, and I'll work on getting this sand out now. that's looking good. You can see some 3D depth to that colour, which is what I was hoping for. Starting to show up some nice colour there. Quick look with the torch. Right, so you can really see that sand spot there now. It's going to cause problems. It's even got a little bit hanging off of it. Bugger. Okay. Right. So, realistically at this point, I'm imagining I'm probably going to have to come in about there. It's leaving me with a pretty small stone. It's alright, as long as it's good colour. So I could try to make the stone a bit bigger by orienting it more this way. So our sand spot's kind of killing this corner here. Get rid of that potch. I'm not interested in having any of that whatsoever on the stone. This is going to be 100% crystal. It's looking a bit better. This here. Right. We're getting down to a much cleaner chunk now. We've still got some issues, obviously. Yeah, so I'll just bring that in slowly. There we go. It is sand. It felt soft against the wheel, so it needs to come out. It'll make the stone unstable, probably. And the colour's not that great there anyway. Oh, there we go. We're starting to get to that nice colour now. Wow, look at that. What an interesting piece. See how that's clearing up in the middle. It's going to have a nice high little dome on it, which is good. But what shape do I make it? It really does have some nice depth to it. I guess I go for a triangle. Yeah, let's go for a triangle. Alright. I don't have a triangle. Not really overly fond of triangles, but that's it. Well, that'll be about a carat. $500 stone, I'd say. So happy. Alright, that's it. Let's get these dumped up. Beautiful.
Okay, we are done finally. That was a bit of a long sesh with so many pieces, but the results are pretty awesome. So there's a few standout pieces. This is probably the best piece, and that came from the $150 piece of rough. And look at that. That is absolutely stunning. So beautiful crystal opal from Cuba Pedy with a mixture of patterns here. There's some floral up in this top portion. There's some chaff. There's some flagstone. And there's even some rolling flash on that side. And there's purple in that rolling flash. It is just a stunning piece. I didn't polish the back because there's I would have to come up too far to lose too much weight trying to get that out.
but you can't see it too much from the front, so that's okay. Absolutely stunning. So Blacklighters Parcel round 2, ding ding, and this one is absolutely a winner. So for this cost me $700, this parcel, and I got 5 pieces plus a bonus piece. And the bonus piece, so this was chucked in for free, and look at that. She is a stunner. And it'd be the best part of a carat too. Beautiful little blue-green crystal. Super clean, clear. 0.57. So let's say $150 for that. And then this one, looks like there's a little inclusion there. Okay, well, tiny inclusion. So that's probably $500 to $1,000 color right there. And that was $150 for 5 carat piece. So let's see what we cut out of it. 1.58 carats. So just over 1.5 carats. So that'll pay for the parcel. There's a $750 stone right there. Easy. So that pays for the parcel. Boom, done. That's a little bit less sliced off of that piece. And this is the $250 piece, which it produced what I thought it was going to, what I was hoping it would, which is an absolutely gorgeous crystal. I'm not too happy about the shape, but really it's just the way it ended up, as you saw when I was roughing it out. Stunning color again. Same caliber as this one. It's probably not quite as bright. Oh, it's pretty much as bright. Slightly more 3D, a better dome on that one. But carat price, I'd give it about the same. This the 500, maybe let's say $750 a carat. So that there's already more than paid for the parcel. This one, 1.07 carats, so that's just over a carat there. Because of the unusual shape, I might maybe make that a little cheaper, $500. And this beautiful heart, which is just gorgeous. And it's even got like the way the patterns sort of meet down at this point here. It's quite conducive of that heart shape. You can see it, like the pattern almost follows a natural heart shape there. Absolutely stunning. That was just a fluke. But I saw that as I was rubbing it out. I was like, oh, this is going to be gorgeous. So it's much more subdued, obviously, but much bigger. The setting edge is done nicely, even to that cleavage. So it'll be a nicely suitable stone. Beautiful heart. It's 2.56 carats. So I'd probably go $500 for that as well. This one here was the $50 piece. And that's nice. Patterns not as good as the other bits. It's a bit mossy, but still not too bad. I was losing the color just there. So I had to really kind of reshape it a little bit on the dot stick, and you can see it's still lost a wee bit of color, so it's not a great gem. So maybe $100 for that one. It's exactly 1 carat. $100 for that. It's be a pretty good deal. And this piece is stunning. Beautiful white opal. Not as crystally as the others, but blue and red color. But very nice. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to recut this because of that there. So that setting edge, that's no good. You wouldn't be able to set that. So it's going to need to come in. So I'll recut this. But once that's done, I mean, that's probably 200 carat color there. And that's a 1.32 carats. So once I recut it, it should be a carat. It'll just be a slightly smaller oval. Recut it. So let's say 200 for that one. Actually, that's probably cheap. It's pretty nice. So yeah, so that's all up. That's easy double money, easy. So super happy with that. cheers to the Blacklighters for that awesome parcel. It was a fun cut, nice clean material, no cracks. Pretty cool. Now this little piece, check this out. On the side angle, look at that. Look at that flash. So from the face, it's directional, but that side flash there is just insane. And it's got the same from the other side. Crazy. So yeah, that was a fun little, but I don't know what I'll do with this. I might keep it for some inlay or something. It's super thin. So that was pretty fun. And that little guy is 0.39 of a carat, so just under half carat. I guess if you had it in a piece of jewellery that moved in a certain way to get those flashes, that would be pretty cool. So there we have it. Done and dusted. Pretty happy with the results. Thanks again to the Blacklighters for that parcel. One I got from those guys before that, it worked out reasonable, cat's eye, but there wouldn't have been much profit in it. But this one is, yeah, insanely good profit. So these two are my favorites. The giveaway is now closed. Entries are closed as of releasing this video. Thank you so much to everyone. There's been a really, an overwhelming response. Actually, I was kind of shocked at how many people were commenting and watching the video, so thank you everyone for that. Some amazing sayings, some really funny ones. So yeah, thanks to everyone who participated. I had a lot of fun and I hope you guys did too. But there'll be probably 100 entries or so. So I'll get you all into the randomizer machine and we'll pick a winner randomly and I'll announce the winner in my next video. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm just getting mesmerized by the stone here. So here's the parcel. You guys have seen this already. If you want to have another look, go back to my previous video and have a look. But it's all in there. So whoever wins will get that coming in the mail. So yeah, thanks again. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.